What's up, everyone? What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to the live stream. What's up? What's up? Welcome to the live stream. What's up, No Name 45? How's it going? How's it going? How's your day going so far? We're gonna talk some Hawks pregame before the game starts. I was going to actually make a video, my pregame video, and then I just thought, you know what? I said I might as well go live. I might as well go live instead of doing the upload and the getting the video ready to go out and having to do all that. So I just decided to go online. Just at work, I got you. I got you. Well, I mean, hey, you excited for the game tonight? Got Washington on a back to back. I I feel like that we can really get this game. I feel like you know, needless to say, this is a very important game for us to get, and I believe if we win this game, you know, we can really make a dent in the Eastern Conference. We can put ourselves a pretty good distance above um, uh, Washington, get a bit closer to Brooklyn. I think we'll be like a game and a half, 2 games out of Brooklyn's place if we do that. So so yeah. So um looking forward to the game tonight. And hope work is going well. Hopefully it's not too stressful on you. My thoughts on the game tonight. All right, so I feel like that we can definitely get this game tonight. I feel very confident about tonight. I do like uh, the matchup tonight. Um, let's see. We just have to start winning. We are too good to be losing like we have. Yes, I 100% agree. I feel like the way that we have to play is not the way we've been playing. But tonight, I feel like we're going to get out to a fast start. And I feel like, because, I feel like the sense of urgency of coming off a back to back is going to, the sense of urgency is going to be there. And I think that that's really an important thing because, coming off a back to back on the road, you got to come out with a sense of urgency. If not, you're going to get the blowers blown off, the doors blown off you. So, we got to really just come out, punch them in the mouth. Obviously they have no Beal. Obviously, KP is out, but everyone else is playing. So we gotta be ready for that. They got Ish and Rui and Gafford and Kuzma's been playing really well. They got I believe Thomas Bryant. They got if I hadn't mentioned KCP already, Neto. They have quite a few guys that are really tough. They're just really tough guys. They're tough to play. They're tough to go against, and so we'll see. We shall see. But be quite honest with you. As long as we come out ready to play. Um, I feel like the way we played yesterday was really good. Um, uh, and obviously, we try to. I think that we're in position to really win a lot of games, a lot of these games, especially um, the Chicago one when we were in Chicago, the Boston one when we were in Boston. I feel like there's a lot of games that we uh, i- can win. Yes, I am in Atlanta. Yes, I am. Well, not well. Guess you could say in Atlanta. Not directly in Atlanta, but yes, Georgia. Yes, very close. Well, pretty close to Atlanta. About 45 minutes away from Atlanta. So if I wanted to go to State Farm Arena, like I have 3 times this year, to go see the Hawks play, it'd take me 45 minutes to get to State Farm Arena. But the way they've been playing lately, I'm not gonna pay for my tickets to go see him, and then we don't get wins, we don't play competitive enough. So, uh, I not that far from actually State Farm, not that far from Mercedes Benz. Because it's right there. But it's a distance, but I'm not that far. I'm not too terribly far. Yes, I am in Atlanta. Uh, yeah, but look, I think that the way that we come out tonight, and I keep saying it, it's gonna have a huge impact on uh, the outcome of the game. Um, a lot of people say it's not how you start, it's how you finish. 100% true, but you gotta start off good because you start off good, you can finish good. It makes it easier that way. Yeah, bro, it's hard to watch them sometimes. Indeed, it is. I even when it's hard to watch them, I'm always that person that has that feeling like what they'll come back, or what we can we still got time. Like yesterday, it, I mean, even though we are playing better, it just seemed like we weren't getting enough. And I looked at the score, we're down by like 9. And I looked at the minutes and I said, well, I said it's still 8:50 to go. I said we can still pull this thing off, but I said it's gonna be really hard if we're sitting here trading the baskets. And so I just felt like that we just really came out, and after the timeout, I believe we came out on a run and we played well. We really did. We played well. And I was really happy to see that because look, I looked at the time because it felt like one of those things where it's just like we're gonna run out of time. But at the time, I said 8:50 is a lot of time, and I felt really good about that. So yeah, but so I mean, we just have to stay with it. I think that it's gonna really be important for us to do that. Um, like I'm gonna look at some of the Wizard stats, see what they kind of are strong in and see what they're weak in. Um, let's see, they barely beat Detroit, but let's look at the box score real quick. So Kuzma played well, played well, Neto played well. I thought Daniel looks like he played well. Um, TB Thomas Bryant like he played well ish. Okay, so a couple guys that they're playing well. We get prepared for that, obviously, and I mean we are favored to win tonight by 4. So I mean, that's saying something. You know, obviously with John Collins questionable for tonight, Onyeka is out. Um, not very uh, good with that. I mean, look, we went with Gorgie. Gorgie is a stretch big, so he kind of helps us when we need a bucket. Versus um, uh, Clint. But I liked what I saw from Gorgie. Just his ability to hit those 2 threes was really good. I felt like that was what we needed, and we got it. And so I like what we were able to get. So, but I just I'm hoping that tonight we'll be able to come out again with the same energy. This team is 16-16 at home. They're 500 at home. That tells you that they drop a couple games. We're 11-19 on the road. We're not very good on the road, but we got to get some wins. We still won 11 on the road, so it's a very winnable game, even though it's on the road on the back to back. But we still got to be able to come out here and compete, play hard, and get wins. And I believe truly that we will be able to do that. Um, you know, um, we're not New York where we're 25-37. We're also not Phoenix where we're 50-12. So, we just we're right there at a place where if we get wins, we'll get where we want to be. If we drop games, get games, drop games, we'll be not where we want to be. We'll find ourselves in some tough position trying to get into the postseason. Playing really tough games and playing just games that you really don't want to make. I mean, you really don't want to play. I don't think that that's what situation you want to find yourself in. So, uh, you just got to be really. We just got to be humble tonight and come in settled and be ready to go out there and really play well and really play aggressive and go out there and again just play aggressive. That's what we got to do. Play aggressive. If we do that, we'll be in good shape. So um, looking forward to tonight. So the game starts at 7. So same time as last game. The game starts at 7 here in about 2.5 hours here. Um, so uh, actually, while I'm at it, I'm talking about NBA. Might as well go and adjust on my fantasy leagues because I got fantasy league on my phone and but want to make sure that we get wins. That's important to me. I love wins. I don't care if it's a game or not. I love wins. I don't like losing in anything. People say, "Calm down. It's just a game." I want to win. So that's how I feel about the Hawks, and that's how I feel about anything else. I want to get wins. You know, whatever way I can get a win, I want to get it. So as long as we get wins, but. Hopefully you'll be off work in time enough to watch the game. I can at least hope that. Hopefully you'll be off in time enough to watch the game. And yeah, looks like Anthony Edwards is going to be out tonight. Okay, replace him with RJ Barrett. So looks like Washington averages a ooh I don't know. I really don't know what to. I mean, Washington really. I mean, I don't know. They're a very interesting team. Um, a very interesting team. So we'll see. We shall see. I was trying to see how much they average, but I guess I can't figure that out. Let's see. It's going to finish adding this real quick. But yeah, so uh, again, I thought I'd just come on here and do my live pregame uh, versus my regular video where I just recorded and have to do all the work with uploading it and then get it up very quickly. What's up, Dave? Good night to Sneak Knox and JJ and for some minutes. Look, I have a rotation that I would like. Actually, let me see if I can get it to you here. What's up, Big O? How's it going? How's it going? Let's see. All right, I got right here. Obviously, Trey. Trey. Now, look, I was debating on whether we should put Bogey in um, the starting lineup, but I feel like that he leads the bench, and I feel like that his momentum feeds off to to everyone. So I like Bogey coming off the bench, and so what I would do is I would actually go with the same starting lineup but change the bench. So like we have DeLon Wright. I like DeLon, but I would cut his minutes out a little bit. So I would still go with DeLon Wright, Lou Williams, Bogey, but at the four, um, we got to go with Jalen Johnson. Uh, in that group, probably at the actually I would run Jalen at the five and run Knox at the four. So DeLon, Lou, Bogey, Knox, Johnson. I've heard many people say that they can run Jalen Johnson at the five. So why not? Uh, again, I like I said, Gorgie is pretty good. He's not, he's not great, but he can hit a shot. Maybe a three or something like that. Um, so yeah, how are you two doing, Dave and Big O? What's up, JR? DeLon Wright giving us 4 and 1 assist. It's not gonna get us nowhere. JR, I'm right with you. Uh Personally, I like to see us go with Skyler. Um, but I'm not Coach Nate, so oh well. But I would prefer to go with Skylar and Lou. I think that when people, I don't think people see the, I won't even say potential. I don't think people see the ability to score in Skylar. Skylar would give you the same on defense. He would give you the same intensity on defense. I think that his offense is just there. I think that his ability to go get a bucket is there, and I like that about Skyler. So I would prefer to have Skyler playing, but look, I'm not coach, so I can't make those decisions. Let's see. Fit you in right here. But yeah, just editing my fantasy lineup here real quick. Perfect. All right. Double A. I can't even think playing game until these guys get to 500. Look, I mean, right now we are in the playing game. We're pretty much locked into we've been stuck to the 9 and 10 seed, really the 10 seed for a while. We've been stuck there, haven't been able to move and get out of that 10 seed. We went up to 9 for a day, then dropped back to 10. So as far as the playing goes, I think that the play-in is where we're gonna be at the end of the season. Um, Putting ourselves in the best play-in position is what we want to do. So maybe 7 or 8, I would take those two where you win one and you got it and you clinch your playoff. I don't want to be in this 9 and 10 battle right now where you got to win two to get in. And you're playing really tough teams around, So I would prefer. And then look, if you're a 7 or 8, if you lose one, you have that cushion, so you can still win that second one and still get into the playoffs. So I would prefer. At this point, I think we have to only lose like 1 or 2 games left in the season in order for us to get a 6 seed. Well, the way Boston's looking like they're playing, Brooklyn is eventually gonna move up, I think that we need to look at 7 or 8 as far as playing goes. 7 and 8, I would prefer 7 to have home court. So, Big O, there's no reason not to play Jalen Johnson. It's painful to see so many of his rookie counterparts get minutes and do well while he's wasting his talent in G League. Look, I think that if you're a team, you can be quite a few teams, right? I think that you can be a developmental team. I think that you can be a developmental team where you give young guys all the minutes, and then you see who you want to keep, you see who you want to re-sign, and see what you want to build around that. You can be a contending team, what which is what I strongly prefer for us to be after this year, where you're not focused on developing, where you go out and you get 1 or 2 stars to go next to your main star. You go out and you sign some grimy uh, vets that can help you compete for a championship, and then you always have that core with Trey Young and whoever to build around. And then you have something. Then you just have the franchises that just mortgage their complete whole future, like the Lakers did. So if the Lakers wanted to rebuild right now, they have no trade value in Russell Westbrook, Anthony Davis. They may be able to get a couple first for him, but since he's so injury prone, and they're not going to trade LeBron because no one is going to be able to meet the quote unquote asking price in your brain for said LeBron James. So I don't think that they're in a good position. They don't have another draft pick till 2093 or something like that. Just kidding, but yeah, you know what I mean. All right, no, not 9 or 10. Yeah, not 9 or 10. Dave said like Jonathan Kaminga or Scotty Barnes comes to mind. Yeah, I mean those guys are getting minutes, but yeah, I think those guys are top 10 picks. Uh, you know, the Warriors have the Warriors are kind of similar to us last year. They always have someone injured. So whether it was Clay, it's Draymond, it was it's Wiseman. So a roster spot a rotation spot was always open. And that was with us last year. That's how Cam got a little bit of his minutes when he came back because DeAndre was always out, or Cam was always out, or Solo, or Bogey there for a second. So someone was always injured, and I was listening to Travis, and that's what he said. A couple weeks ago, someone was always injured. Uh, it's always Nick McMillan has to go. Look, I would not be mad if he if we decided to let him go. Um, if we decided to let him go, I would not be upset at all. I would actually be very happy, depending on who we hired. If we go out and we fire Nick McMillan and we go and we hire some no-name assistant coach, I'm not gonna be too happy. If we fire Nate, it has to be a head coach with experience. I'm looking at Mike D'Antoni. I'm looking at Kenny Atkinson. I'm looking at I'm looking at maybe Luke Walton. I don't I don't know if we do well with Luke. I really don't know. I'm looking at Steve Clifford. Uh, I'm looking at guys who've had success. You know, I'm looking at guys who are gonna, if we're not gonna be strong at one thing, if we're not gonna be strong on defense, we're not gonna be strong on offense. We got to find one of those things. Either we're going to get a full defensive minded coach or get a full offensive minded coach. The Hawks have injuries as we speak, yes, but Nate McMillan will. It's look, Nate McMillan is not going to. He's not going to give the young guys a chance. Not this late in the season. You won't see Jalen Johnson get minutes. You won't see Skylar, Sharif, Kevin Knox. You won't see those guys get any minutes this late in the season. I don't want us. I don't want us to be Captain Hindsight, but I was lukewarm on Nate. What's he doing? Doesn't surprise me at all. Look, when we got Nate on the staff, I knew that he would take over. I knew that the LP firing was coming. I didn't think it happened right when it did, but I did see the LP firing coming whenever we brought Nate down. Um, you're excited because it's like, okay, Nate gets you to the playoffs, and trust me, I'll give it maybe 3 months ago. I was the biggest Nate McMillan advocate. You couldn't tell me anything wrong about Nate, but as I began to learn and see his strategies, learn and see his stubbornness, is when I started to get frustrated with him. And You know, again, if Nate was fired, I would understand, but trust me, I don't see that happening here in the next few years. Let's be honest, guys. Nate was running LP stuff after he took over into the playoffs. I think we all saw him. Well, look, if you're telling me LP system under Nate, it works more than Nate system under Nate. Um, then we need to go with the LP system because we need winning. At the end of the day, that's all I care about, right? That's all I care about. If we win, I don't care how we win. I don't care if we shoot a half court. I don't care if we have a terrible shoot night, terrible defensive night, and then we throw a half court heave and we win the game. We won. Win, move on. And I think that's important. Look, at this point in the season, wins is what's going to count towards our playoff seeding. So that's what we need, is wins. But I mean, I just think that the guys were excited to have a new voice. Beginning of the season, they really weren't, and now I think they're starting to finally get back to really trusting Nate. This is exactly what I'm saying. The Hawks' offense ranking is the reason. Is no, I'm sorry. The second, this is exactly what I'm saying. The Hawks' offense ranking this season is predicted on one player. No, it's not predicted. Okay, I get what you're saying. Look, I mean, one player doesn't score 119 points, or how much we average. I think, I think that we have pretty good role players like Bogey and Herder and Gallo and John and Clint and Lou. I think that we have really good guys like that. But I feel like Trey, I'm not gonna stop Trey from being Trey. I've said it multiple times. I said, look, Trey is just being Trey. Uh, you know, he does whatever he wants and he gets it. So I'm fine with that. Even with Nate being stubborn, our trajectory is going up after the horrible start. Yeah, I mean, we were actually, I saw that we were actually on the power ranking board uh, in talks to win the title this year. So, I mean, look, I'm not mad that we're going up. I just want us to be in a better position right now. Um, you know, um, and I want them to make adjustments. I want them to make in-game adjustments. I want them to make adjustments that's going to help us win and not try to stick it out. Like there's certain things you just can't stick out. You just can't stick it out with. You got to make adjustments. You got to do better. Um, I often wonder about this. Do you think Trey is longevity? Trey has longevity. Now, yeah. Look, I'll say this, and then I'm gonna answer your question. Any top, okay, if you're not top one or top two, if you're not the first, second, or third overall pick, you're typically more grateful to the franchise. You're more loyal to the franchise. And look, Trey Young just signed his extension. I don't see him leaving. He's going to get paid. Um, he'll enter into free agency in like 2028. So I don't see a way that he could possibly want out unless we don't do well for the rest of the season. God forbid, miss the playoffs. We don't do well next season. He goes up to the front office and says, Travis, these guys suck. Go give me some stars. Then Travis says, well, I'm not able to get you stars. Then I can see him possibly asking out. I don't even see that happening. Trey is the face. Trey is the face of our franchise yes. Trey is the face of our franchise. He is our franchise player. He will be here for until he retires. Uh, Stephen Curry's not out here asking for trades. Joel could have very well asked for many trades and many times. But Joel wanted to stay. He was committed to the Sixers organization. He got picked third overall, I believe, or first. I don't know. I don't know draft order like that. But he stayed committed. Dame, Bradley, these guys stay committed to their organizations. Um, and so, look, Trey's gonna stay loyal the same way. Luka's gonna stay loyal the same way. Ja's gonna stay loyal. You can't seriously put together an asking price for Trey Young. You can't seriously put together an asking price for Trey Young. Um, it the asking price would be so high, it would just have to be certain players that I would say, look, if I were on the verge of losing Trey Young and walking in free agency, I would take this player. And that those players are very limited. Uh, I'm talking Kevin Durant, Stephen Curry, and Giannis. Those are players that I'm talking about that would be acceptable in the trade for Trey Young. That's how much I value Trey Young, and that's how much I believe our GM values Trey Young. We're not going to just take the number one overall. Like, I'm just using this as an example. Like, we're not going to just take a number one overall pick and go draft someone number one overall and trade Trey Young. That doesn't make any sense. No, if you're it would have to be 10 to 15. Look. This is exactly why Trey Young. This is why franchise players usually try to stay loyal, because the asking price, it'll take you a while to get traded if the GM wants you to meet their asking price before they get rid of you. All right, here we go. Not only was Trey Young a top 5 pick, we traded the so-called best player in the draft for him, so he better stay. Trey Young's not going anywhere. Trust me, Big O. Trust me. He's not going anywhere. Luka's not the best. Luka was clearly not the best player in that draft. I'm looking. Trey, look, Luka can't do what Trey can do. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Other than passing, shooting, and his efficiency from shooting, I don't see the big hype about Luka. I really don't. Luka's good. Luka can shoot the ball. He can average 30 points a game by shooting the ball. He's pretty big, so he's a big body. But he's not Trey Young. He's not as fast as Trey Young. He's not as quick as Trey Young. He doesn't leave you guessing like Trey Young. He don't leave you if he's coming down the floor and he pulls you step back. You don't know if he's going to shoot a three, go right past you. You know if he's going to go for the floor. You know if he's going to lob. He's a top 10 player in the NBA, hands down. You can't name 10 players better than Trey Young right now. You can't. All right, let's see. I feel bad because we still got potential. We dropped the ball on Cam Reddish, Clint holding us hostage, forcing Onyeka to come off the bench, and Nate will. Let me say some JR. Look, I agree with you, and then I don't agree with you because, look, Cam Reddish wanted to leave. At the time, I wouldn't. Look, we couldn't pay everyone. Okay, so you're looking at who won you game 7 in the Eastern Conference Finals. That was Kevin Huerter. Almost dropped 40. I mean, I'm sorry, 30. He stepped up, won you game 7, played well. All throughout that season, made tremendous improvement. We just gave him a really small extension compared. Like, if he's going to be on that extension for a while, that's really good for a shooter. Teams value that. And then you look at Big O. I am very high on Big O, and I'm very high on Clint being gone. But I am not a fan of this developmental stage. We went through it. We tried it. We got a taste of winning, and now we got to win. You can't just test out winning and say, okay, we want to continue to develop. No, it can't work like that. When you experience winning and your current group can't get it done, you got to make moves. You got to reshape your roster around your star player to contend in the Eastern Conference. That means you got to go out and see what stars are available. That means you got to be willing to make trades, big trades, not just lateral trades where we trade Bogey for Evan Fournier. No, that's not trades that get it done. You got to go out and get trade. You got to go out, make moves that are going to help your franchise. They're going to bring, get fans excited. That when teams prepare for the Atlanta Hawks, they're not just preparing for Trey Young. They're preparing for Trey Young. They're preparing for Bradley Beal. They're preparing for Rudy. They're preparing for Rudy Gobert. They're preparing for all these guys. You got to make this team stacked with physicality and scoring, and that's what I like. And I think that that's what winning is. You look at the Sixers, you look at Brooklyn, you look at Miami, you look at Milwaukee. You look at all these teams that are playing well. You look at Phoenix. Phoenix, they traded most of their young guys. You look at the Warriors. The Warriors actually did a pretty smart thing. They took a year off from contending, which they already won like 2 titles before that, so they were good. So then what they did is they went, got a second overall pick, and then in the future they can still build around James Wiseman, Kaminga, Moody, all those guys. Here we go. Trey seems to have the ability to pick up his productivity after having a bad game. Seems like he will get mad at himself and shifts into a different level. I love that. Yes, look, drummer boy, I totally agree with you. And one of the things I said last night, before I came in and made a video and went on live with Damon and everything. Uh, look, Trey Young is unguardable. I don't want to hear anyone say that anyone can shut Trey Young down. Trey Young will have a bad shooting night. Look, I think everyone has a bad shooting night. He just doesn't have a bad shooting night as often. No one's shutting down Trey Young. I don't care if you put him beat on Trey Young, because he can do so many things. He can go past you. He can pull up. He can take the floater. He can shoot a three. He can lob it. It's almost unstoppable. It's almost impossible to stop Trey Young, because even in the Chicago game, he was still getting lobs and still throwing it up and getting assists. He's a great passer. So he's unstoppable. He just has bad shooting nights that make him look bad. I'd much rather have Trey than Luka. Luka's great, but his style isn't exciting to me. Yeah, I mean, I'm right with you, drummer boy, because look, Luka to me, I maybe I don't watch him enough. I don't see the big hype about him. He can shoot the ball, he can pass, but he's not Trey Young. And people are realizing, and they're seeing it. He's just not Trey. I mean, much respect to Luka, but he's not Trey Young. It's just, it's pretty obvious to say. And the way, because Trey Young wasn't able to do all this when he was in college. He wasn't able to get the lob, the floater, all this stuff. Trey, everyone known him as that logo shooter. I remember I was getting ready to leave somewhere. I was younger. I was going to leave out somewhere, and I was walking out the door, and I was walking past the living room. Game was on, March Madness, Oklahoma. I saw this kid pull up from half court, and I said, "Whoa!" I said, "Who's this?" And then I was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa!" And then I ran in and I told my brother. I was like, "Someone just shot from half court. Someone shot from half court." I was like, "Oh, you talking about Trey Young? Look, that was his game. He's improved tremendously, and that's what I love about Trey. I love about Trey. I love about John. I love because they improve every year. They add something to their game every year, and I like that about them. Trey seems to thrive under the lights, so to speak. I loved it when he was playing the villain in the playoffs. Yes, Trey Young loves the role. He loves that big stage. MSG was the perfect stage for him to show people who he was. And I think that with him doing that, I feel like it really boosted his confidence and his confidence in the team that, look, I can be on the stage. You all can be on the stage. Boogie and Gallo and John and Onyeka and DeAndre, all those guys. 1 second. All right, my bad. I had to sneeze. So yeah, I mean, he thrives on a big stage. I feel like we stopped running pick and roll as much as we did last year. We ran high pick and roll every play, applied pressure. Yeah, look, I feel like the fact that we wanted to 1 second again. Sorry about that. I feel like uh I feel like we wanted our shooters to do more than just catch and shoot. And you said, what does that have to do with the pick and roll? Uh, because in the pick and roll, either the pick and roll worked. If the team was on it, we passed it to the court. I think our guards give us it gave us something different. So like we didn't just have to run the pick and roll. We can throw it to Bogey and he'll get to the basket. We can throw it to Herder and he's got a mid range now. Now if you throw it to John, recently he was able to develop his jumper. You throw it to Clint, he'll throw it right back to you. But I just thought that um really I think that our guards have given us more options now that we just don't have to rely on the pick and roll, even though the pick and roll is deadly. And if you have a good 1-2 punch in the pick and roll, it's really hard to stop. Now that I think about it, it was Lloyd's system. Lloyd, it's sad to say, but it seems like to us, these coaches don't know how to run their own systems. Lloyd clearly did not know how to run his system, and Nate clearly don't know how to run his system. So we gotta get a coach who knows how to run the system. Coach Bud. You all hear me talk about him a lot, but Coach Bud was like, I feel like he would be the perfect fit for these guys because his team plays defense. His teams play defense. His teams are always top 5 in the offense every year, always top 2 in out of bounds plays every year. His teams are just great, and that's why he's a champion. That's why they won the championship. That's why they get back in the games. That's why the confidence is there. So that's what I love. That's what I loved about Coach Bud when he was here. He knew his system. He established his system. He got the players to buy into the culture, and he made a big difference in the Atlanta community. And then obviously went to Milwaukee and got him a championship. And you know, uh, we need that coach. I don't see Nate being that coach, but we'll ride it out for however long we got to until we eventually go out and search out for a new coach. But probably by that time, Mike D'Antoni will probably be out of the NBA. But we'll see. We will see. But I'm telling you right now, I will tell you right now. There's 3 coaches that I'm watching that if they get turned loose, uh, I'm firing Nate and hiring them. And they're in turn loose situations because of their stagnicity in the Western Conference. Let me tell you, if Utah fires Quinn Snyder, Nate, you're gone. We're gonna hire Quinn. If the Nuggets fire Mike Malone, Nate, you're gone. We're gonna fire Mike. We're gonna hire Mike. And if you all may disagree with me on this one, you know, I, you know, but if the Clippers were for some reason to get rid of Ty Lue, which he will never probably get fired here in the next 5 years, then Nate, you're fired. We're hiring Ty Lue. Uh, all right, let me see. Uh, Coach Bud doesn't want to build relationships with players. He just goes out and gets wins by any means. JR, is that a bad thing? I mean, he had relationships with players. That's why he let Al and Paul walk for nothing because he was also head of basketball ops. That's why we let him walk for nothing because he was emotionally attached to the players. But hey, look, if you don't, but I want to coach want to get wins. I don't care about the relationships and going out to dinner and doing this and doing that and being nice and going to each other's houses and being in ice baths. I don't care about that. Get wins. That's all I care about. What's up, Tangu? No problem. No problem. I was gonna make a pregame video, and I was like, it's so early. I said, I might as well go live. I was like, I'll go live, see how many people show up. Yeah, like I said, JR, it's perfect. It's perfect. So I like that. So, just yeah. So I'm gonna. There we go. And there we go. But yeah, so look, I like the fact that look, I even though I typically if you leave Atlanta, like there was 2 hurtful things to me. Like Ty Lue, of course, but not the other guys. No, we still in rebuild. I say we give Nate another few years. Look, I don't think that we're in rebuild anymore. We made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. You gotta come out of your rebuild then. You got to. Other than that, expectations are just not. Look, our GM has high expectations for us. So playoffs is expectations, and right now we're struggling to get there. I agree, JR, but we still have a lot of uh, offense. It makes me upset to see everyone standing around. But then I remember how productive our offense is, even though it's ugly sometimes. And Millen's son has a secret relationship with that's the only explanation I got. Well, look, I tell you what. From what I read yesterday, uh, Nate McMillan, son, look, I could believe what that. Uh, let's try not to get kicked off YouTube here, Jr. But it, it, that possible, very possible, because you know, um, they both. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna get kicked off of YouTube. I'm not gonna get my channel deleted. But just know that we're locking step on that, because that's pretty funny and that's pretty accurate. Uh, yeah, yeah. Tangu, if you want to know what I'm talking about, watch my video from yesterday. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about and why uh, he says that. Look, Jr. I almost said something that would have not been nice. I'm trying to be a very nice person. I've been told I'm not a very nice person, so I'm going to be a nice person. Um, yeah, I'm not going to say anything else other than yeah, yeah, that very yeah, yeah, very possible. Yam. What do you mean, Big O? You said yam. Yeah, okay. He deleted the mess. I was like, what does that mean? Yeah. So yeah. Anyways, let's let's move on. By the way, John Collins is questionable for tonight. If you just got in here, I think I went over this in the beginning of the live stream. He's questionable. Big O out. Trey is, I guess, really good to go. So Les, yes, I will. She shake my yes, yeah. And if you go in depth and you watch it, you'll see what type of things he's interested in. Let's just say that. Glad you did this live stream. Great job of hosting. Thank you, Jumper Boy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, like I said, I don't go live often. But I just thought, today, Friday, the back to back, it really didn't. I'm gonna be honest with you. I really did not feel like filming a video and then having to go and do all the stuff on it and then put it out to you. So I was just like, you know what? Uh, I'll go ahead and come on here and do a live. Y'all behave. That's what I was trying to say. Oh, okay. Hey, look. He was pretty accurate. I'm not gonna tell you the story. He was pretty accurate on that because again, I really want to say something, but I'm not going to say that because it's pretty touchy. So I'm not gonna say that. But if you remember what I said yesterday, Jr. and the Mon stream where I was talking about the tone of someone's voice, and you can put two and two together. Do you know if JC and OO are playing tonight? JC is not playing. Well, actually, I'm sorry. JC is questionable. OO is out for tonight. OO is in concussion protocols. He's in concussion protocols, so he will not be playing. He may be out for, I don't know, maybe next week and a half, 2 weeks, and then JC is questionable for tonight. Which, I mean, if he doesn't play, I still feel like we can win. But if he does play, I feel very confident about that. But he's questionable for tonight. He may end up being upgraded to a game time decision, and then he'll be ruled out or in there. So we'll see. But yeah, so this is a great live stream. I'm going after this live stream. I'm gonna go take a nice bike ride and get back ready for the game. But this has just been really, really, really great. Let's see. Let's see. Mm, 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 mm. Oh, here we go. Yes, we can still win. Looking forward to this W. Yes, sir. I'd love to get this dub tonight. Put some space in between us and the Wizards. Yes, yes, yes. I would love to put some space in between us and the Wizards. It's like we've been in front of them, but if we drop a couple and they win a couple, it's like they're in front of us, and we definitely don't want to be in that position. So yeah. Uh, oh, see you later, drummer boy. Thanks for stopping by, and thank you for all the support for the channel. Um, Big O, let's see. All we gotta do is put Dre on Kuzma, and we got this one. Hey, Big O, if that's actually pretty accurate there. Yeah. What's up? Well, I was gonna call you MI, but I'll address you as We Talk Hawks TV, guys. If you've not followed, actually, I think I just added my description a little bit earlier in the stream. His all his YouTube stuff is in the description section. So make sure you go drop him a subscription, which most of y'all come from his channel, so you probably already know about him. But his stuff is in the description. How's it going? Uh, we Talk Hawks TV, and yes, Big O, Dre, Kuzma, game over, pretty much. Oh, well, I won't say game over because KCP can hit shots, and they got Gafford and Rui and all those guys. What's my thoughts on tonight's game? I think that we need to contain Kuz for one. I think that if we limit the rebounds, the boards that Gafford, because Gafford is a big guy. I think he's almost 7 foot. So if we limit the things that Gafford does on the boards, I think we pretty much got this game sealed in the bag. They're gonna play hard. Kuz has been stepping up, so they're gonna play hard. They're gonna be ready, and I think that if we can play, to me, I feel like if we play the same way we did yesterday, we can beat it, even though we didn't play well yesterday. Well, we didn't play up to our fullest potential yesterday, but I feel like that we can definitely get wins. I feel like that we can definitely beat them and get a win against them if we play the same way. Kevin Herter better show up tonight. Look, Kevin's gonna show up. He's gonna step up. Um, Kevin is gonna step up. I tell you what, Dre better step up. He better be on his game tonight. He better not be at Mars with people. He better be here. But look, if everyone does well like they kind of did yesterday, we're gonna make good shape. Let's see. What's your playoff prediction for us? And we're gonna pass Charlotte and Toronto and Cleveland. But the sixth spot, I don't know. Brooklyn and Boston looking serious, but our schedule looking a lot of. Hold up, I didn't read that right. But our schedule looking like a lot of W's. Yes, because our schedule lightens up after this. Like we play Detroit and pretty sorry teams like that. So I think that 6 is a stretch because you got Milwaukee, you got Brooklyn, you got Miami, you got Philly, you got Boston, and who else am I missing? I know I'm missing someone else. Let me see. Oh, and Cleveland could. So that 6th spot could very well go to us, but Toronto can lose a couple games. You look at their schedule; they can. We 6 doesn't seem impossible, but I think that are realistic if we're being realistic. Because I get told but we talk Hawks TV a lot that I'm very optimistic. Uh, Realistic for me, the goal would be to get the 7 seed, have home court advantage in the play-in game, uh, a one-game thing to if we win, we're in. And then right now, the current uh, 2 seed is the Bulls, I believe. I feel very confident about us beating Chicago. I mean, we should have beaten them twice this season, and we had a chance to beat them that third time when they were in Atlanta before. So we had opportunities. I like our chance against Chicago. I definitely like it against Miami. Um, a little bit with Milwaukee, a little bit with Philly. Um, hey, if we gotta go into a series right now with Brooklyn, hey, I'll take it. Yeah, we could probably sweep them, but yeah. So 2 seed is Philly. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know. Okay, then I don't care. Look, as long as we get to the playoffs, as long as we get into the playoffs, because yeah, I am looking. Man, Boston moves up to 5. Ema's got them playing really good basketball. Really good basketball. Interesting. 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 Well, if you look, we're only 4 games out of 7. We are 6 games out of this is possible, folks. Because now I'm looking. Cleveland could very well fall. Toronto could very well fall. Those are 2 teams that could fall. Brooklyn will move up, and we could move up, and that would be the 2 replacements for those current 2 teams there. So let's see. I agree with your analyst. I think 7 is realistic. Yeah, I mean, look, don't get me wrong. 7 is where I would love to be. I'm sorry, 6. But here's what I think is realistic. Toronto and Cleveland fall into the play-in. Well, deep into the play-in. Not really deep into the play-in, but at a pretty not good position in the play-in. Brooklyn moves up to 6, or Boston's at 6, and then we're at 7. I think that's realistic as far as like that goes. So like, I can't tell you who's gonna be number 1. I really can't. Maybe Miami, maybe I don't know. But definitely the teams I just named are gonna be the top 5. Brooklyn definitely gonna be probably that 6 or for that 5 or 6 seed, and then we're gonna and then we probably have um the 7 seed. So I mean, look, we right now, if the playoffs were to start today, it looks like we'd have home court against Charlotte in the play-in. But then we have to play the. I mean, I like our chances of getting to the playoffs right now if the play-in started today. But obviously, if the playoffs started today, let's just say we go in and we get a 8 seed, because if you're 9 and 10, the best you can get is 8 seed. And we play Miami. I think we beat Miami. Uh, and then let's just say the 7 seed is Brooklyn. I say Philly beats Brooklyn. I say uh, the Bulls beat Cleveland, and I said that the Bucks beat the Celtics. I mean, look, we are going to be don't let anybody fool you. We're going to be a really tough team if we get into the playoffs. So I really have no doubt about that. So yeah. But yeah, so really no doubt about that. But but yeah, so I'm gonna do, let's see, we're pretty much a minute away from an hour. Uh 5:02 for me now. I'm gonna go to about 5:05, and then I'm going to conclude the stream because I gotta go out and take my second bike ride of the day. So yeah, but it says right on, if we if we end, we will get. Yeah, we will be a nightmare. Look, I agree with you completely, Tango. We will be a nightmare. Tangu, sorry, will be a nightmare for anyone and everyone. I truly believe that. Uh, and look, um, you look, we have beaten um, every single one of these teams that are above us. We actually, except for Brooklyn. So, look, we would be a true nightmare to the one seed in Miami. We'd give Philly a good run for their money. Chicago, definitely. We have 3 winnable games against them. Well, 2 winnable games. We won the one we should have. Boston, we should have easily have swept Boston in the season series. They're not that good to me. We can beat them. We can beat them in the 7 game series. Cleveland, very beatable. We've beaten them twice. Toronto, very beatable. Charlotte, very beatable. We would give a nightmare to anyone in the playoffs, just like you said. We would be a nightmare to anyone in the playoffs, and I think I think that's the scary thing. We're not playing the way we should be now, but once we get into the playoffs, we could be a nightmare for anyone, and teams are not going to enjoy playing us. You can trust me on that one. Teams are not going to like the idea of playing us. Uh, and we could very well be a surpriser, that 7 seed. Because look, once you play 2-7, let's just say let me get the 7 seed. We play the 2 seed. After you get done with that, I mean, you go with the 3-6, and then the path becomes a little easier from there. I mean, it's a playoffs; it never gets too easy, but it gets a little easier from there. So, look, we're gonna be a nightmare to anyone we play, and that's the true scary thing. But if you don't have any more comments that comes in, uh, your next 30 seconds, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. I want to thank all y'all for tuning in. We Talk Hawks TV. When we lost to, I'm a little bit confused. But we talk Hawks TV. You already know that's MI. You already know we're always doing videos together and on live together. You know how uh, all everyone's channel that is worth following is in the description section. Big O, he's a regular. That's why he's a mod around here. He's always in the comment section. Actually, let me do my due diligence with this real quick. There we go. Um, uh, Tengu, thank you so much for dropping in. I really appreciate all your support of the channel. Drummer Boy, even though he's not here, thank you for dropping by. JR and um, uh, Dave. I'm just scrolling up in the chat and No Name. He came by, he was at work. So, yeah. But I will see you guys in my next. Probably, I'm going to end up doing a video after this. I'm going to do a video after this. Well, not literally after this, but my next video, next time y'all see me is my halftime show. So I will see you guys in a bit, and because the game starts at 7. So I'll see you guys in a bit, and thank you all so much for dropping by, and y'all have a good one.